Barcelona's next big star might already be in the making. Director of Football Deco has reportedly lined up the club's next wonder kid, following the Rooney Bargi pursuit, and fans are buzzing about the name on his list. Even more exciting, new manager Hansi Flick is said to be fully convinced that one young Barcelona talent will become one of the best midfielders in the world. Who is this rising gem? What's Deco's long-term vision? And how does Flick plan to develop this talent into a global superstar? Let's break it all down right now. Barcelona are no longer confident about their chances of signing Nico Williams for Athletic Club. Since the Basque winger expressed a desire to move to the Blaugrana, they have appeared confident that this summer the signing would go through. This comes after a lengthy pursuit of Williams last summer, but in that case, it was Barcelona persuading him to leave Athletic. This time, Williams has actively pursued the move, and the Catalan giants were on course to pay his €58 million release clause. However, agent Felix Tinta has asked for guarantees that Barcelona can register Williams, something that has stalled the deal. Barcelona losing faith in Williams' signing. Barcelona have sought to assure Williams and Tinta they can get the deal done and register him later in the summer, but Marca now say that they are not so sure that the deal will go through. Several days ago there was optimism in the Catalan capital, but that has dissipated somewhat. The Blaugrana remain over their salary limit and must pay Athletic his €60 million release clause before registering Williams' salary too. Both parties are seeking a solution, but so far, none have appeared on the horizon. There are voices from within Barcelona that believe that the move will collapse. Time is ticking down until Athletic return to pre-season training on the 9th of July, and all parties want the matter resolved one way or another before that occurs. Bayern Munich on the back burner. Meanwhile, Bayern Munich have made a strong play for Williams' services too, and amid the delays with Barcelona, came back with a reported €12 million per annum salary offer for Williams, and a guarantee of paying the clause. Sports say that Williams has rejected talks with Bayern until negotiations with Barcelona are resolved, a move to Camp Nou being his priority. Same alternatives for Bayern and Barcelona. Things could get very interesting in the transfer race, as both Bayern Munich and Barcelona are eyeing the same backup options to Nico Williams. Luis Diaz is reportedly next on the list for both clubs, but Liverpool's €80 to €85 million valuation makes negotiations difficult. That's where Marcus Rashford comes into play. With Manchester United potentially open to offers, Rashford is seen as a cut-price alternative, and if Bayern make the first move, it could seriously shake up Barcelona's transfer strategy. Flick firmly believes that a young Barcelona talent has the potential to become one of the top midfielders in world football. An insight into the faith of Barcelona head coach Hansi Flick in the talents of youngster Marc Bernal has this week been forthcoming online. Midfielder Bernal is for his part of course in the midst of something of a whirlwind 12 months in Catalonia's capital. Almost out of the blue at the beginning of last season, the 18-year-old was cast into the spotlight, after establishing himself as first choice in the Barcelona engine room. Just as quickly as his explosion onto the scene came about, however, Bernal was struck down in cruel fashion. As much came by way of an ACL tear back in August of 2024. Bernal is now in the final stages of his recovery, eyeing a return to the pitch early in the 2025-26 campaign. And as alluded to above, if the latest word stemming from the media is anything to go by, then one individual who maintains full faith in the Spanish starlet is manager Hansi Flick. As per a report from Sport, Hansi Flick is eagerly awaiting the return of Marc Bernal, a player he is convinced can become one of the best midfielders in the world. Barcelona have made it club policy to pursue some of the best emerging teenage talents from around Europe and beyond since director of football Deco took power. The next in line looks to be Copenhagen forward Rooney Bargi, but another of Scandinavia's emerging crop has also caught Deco's eye. The latest is that a deal has been agreed with Copenhagen for Bargi to join Barcelona this summer, and he will then start pre-season under Hansi Flick before a decision is made on his immediate future. He could either remain at the club and play with Barca Athletic or go out on loan. This follows on from an attempt to sign Portuguese teenager Cardoso Varela. The next on the agenda, say Sport, is Mikkel Bro Hansen. Mikkel Bro Hansen excited by Barcelona links. Bro Hansen, 16, has caught the eye for Bodo/Glimt in his first appearances with the senior side. Making his league debut in early May, Bro Hansen has scored 6 goals and given 2 assists in his 3 Norwegian Cup appearances for Bodo/Glimt. Asked about Barcelona's interest by TV2 in Norway, Bro Hansen had the following to say: "It's incredible, but I know how to handle this pressure. I'm motivated by the fact that there are people who trust me and believe in my abilities. The Catalan dailies say that a deal is not as close with Bodo/Glimt, but that were he to join, the plan would be for him to remain with Barca Athletic. Who is Bro Hansen? Making headlines early on in his career, Bro Hansen tends to play through the middle as a forward. He made his debut at 15, and was previously at Aarhus in his native Denmark before a switch to Bodo/Glimt. For Denmark's under-16s, Bro Hansen has 3 goals in his 8 appearances. With Deco identifying top youth talent and Flick placing full faith in the club's next midfield star, Barcelona's future looks incredibly promising. The belief within the club is clear. This isn't just about potential, it's about building the next great era at Camp Nou. Do you think this youngster can live up to the hype? And will Barca's focus on young talent finally pay off under Flick's leadership? Drop your thoughts below, hit that like button if you're excited about the future, and make sure to subscribe for more exclusive Barca updates every week. Barcelona's transfer window is moving fast, and things are getting serious. Their next signing has already been labeled as 150% done, and an official announcement could drop any moment. Meanwhile, the club has now set a clear €50 million price tag on one of its midfielders, attracting interest from none other than Chelsea. And another young talent, just 21 years old, could also be sold this summer, as Barca look to balance the books and rebuild the squad. Let's break down what's done, what's for sale, and who might be next out the door at Camp Nou. La Liga champions Barcelona have all but closed their next signing of the summer transfer window. That's according to Blaugrana insider Gerard Romero, who confirms that, despite concerning claims surrounding the saga over recent days, Athletic Club star Nico Williams will arrive in Catalonia's capital over the coming weeks. Barcelona have of course long had a contract agreement in place with wide man Nico through the summer of 2031. In turn, it came as a major surprise when earlier this week, word was forthcoming that the 22-year-old's Camp Nou switch was hanging in the balance. Mundo Deportivo for one highlighted displeasure on the part of Deco and Co., owing to sudden demands made by Nico and his entourage regarding guarantees for his registration with La Liga. As alluded to above, though, if the latest update on the situation to have surfaced over the last 24 hours is anything to go by, then the Blaugrana faithful need not fret. As per journalist Gerard Romero, speaking on his official Twitch channel, you can say Nico to Barcelona is 150% done. It's inevitable. He will play for Barca next season. Barcelona are rather pointedly seeking a sale this summer. The word went out in May that director of football Deco saw very few of his squad as essential, and would listen to offers for most of the squad. The latest player to be touted towards the exit door is Marc Casado. Previously, Fermin Lopez and Ronald Araujo had both been cited as players that Barcelona would listen to offers for, should they reach the right price. All the same, both have made it clear both publicly and privately that they have no intention of leaving. Chelsea interest in Marc Casado. Earlier this week, Chelsea and Atletico Madrid were both said to be keeping tabs on Casado, who made his Spain debut this season. It does look like the latter will get a deal for Johnny Cardoso over the line, but Barcelona are open to negotiations was the latest. Barcelona will listen to offers around €50 million. Now Sport have added further details, claiming that were an offer from Chelsea in the vicinity of €50 million to arrive for Casado, then Barcelona would be willing to do business. Barcelona feel they have ample options in midfield, and were Casado to green light an exit, then they feel it would be a beneficial sale. Over the course of the summer transfer window, FC Barcelona will be looking to offload certain players. While the primary objective would be to sign new players and reinforce the squad, departures have to be considered as well. Fortunately, Barcelona has no shortage of talent at the club. In fact, especially when it comes to the team's midfield, there is an overcrowding of sorts considering the number of players fighting for minutes. Moreover, if Nico Williams were to arrive, Rafinha may also be shifted towards a more midfield-oriented role. Barcelona set asking price for Marc Casado. Keeping that in mind, Barcelona are not completely opposed to the idea of letting go of certain players considering both their financial situation and the allocation of minutes. One such player who could be considered for such a sale could be Marc Casado. Moreover, as per Sport, Barcelona would be open to listening to offers for the player if they reach the €50 million mark. If clubs are able to match that price or go beyond it, the Catalan club would reportedly be open to considering the player's sale. Chelsea and Atletico Madrid seem interested. Recently, reports suggested that Premier League side Chelsea would be interested in the player's services. Moreover, even La Liga club Atletico Madrid has been mentioned as one of the sides keeping an eye on the young Barcelona midfielder as well. Currently valued at €30 million as per Transfermarkt, Barca would need an offer that is above his market value to even consider letting go of him. After all, the Spaniard is an important player for the club and especially for the fans as well. Letting go of him would require a significant transfer offer to arrive, but it would make sense as well. The likes of Frenkie de Jong and Marc Bernal are already considered to be ahead of him in terms of Hansi Flick's hierarchy of midfielders, and minutes might just be extremely limited for him next season. So, here's the full picture. One major signing is almost sealed while two midfielders could be sold, if the price is right. Barcelona are clearly looking to make big moves this summer, both in and out, and they aren't afraid to let go of key players to rebuild under financial pressure. What do you think? Should Barca accept €50 million for the Chelsea target? And is it smart to sell a 21-year-old midfielder this early? Drop your thoughts in the comments, like the video if you enjoyed the update, and make sure to subscribe for more daily Barca transfer news. See you in the next one.